Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I got the Sidewinder up on the lift still. We're getting it ready for winter. Got a lot of UP riding we're going to be doing this year. Not sure if we're going to make it to Canada, but doing a lot of UP riding. So anyway, I got the Barna parts, mechanical power steering, the MPS kit right here. So I know Travis at Barna Parts has a video of putting it on. So I'm just going to walk you through real quick of me putting it on. So first things first, looks like we're gonna have to get this tie rod end off here, this ball joint. So I think it's gonna be 13 millimeters on the bottom. I'm not sure. Haven't taken this off yet. Let's see. Nope, it's bigger. So you're gonna have maybe a 15. It's gonna be 15 millimeter on the bottom. Well, I'm going to crack this nut loose because we got to take the tie rod end off, the ball joint, whatever you want to call it. Can't think of it. It's not coming to mind right now. We're also going to need to hold this. I believe it would be a 13 mil. So, and I think this is going to be a 15. I'll show you. Take yourself a 14 mil and hold your tie rod. And then I think these are going to be reverse thread. They sure are. So it's going to be opposite of what you're used to. I'll get that off, or back it off. We'll reset the toe in and toe out on this when we're all done. Now get your 15 mil here. Get a ratchet. See if this ratchet's got enough torque to break this loose. I don't know. Might need a longer handle ratchet. We'll try it. See if we can get it loose. There we go. Get this off, and I'll show you guys the next steps. We have to pull this rubber boot off. These little plastic clips will pull down, and this rubber boot will slide back. And then I can see how they want us to install these new tie rod ends, your steering shafts, whatever you want to call them. It's not coming to me right now. On these little plastic clips, I have a tool, just a real cheap Chinese Amazon tool, but it keeps you from tearing the hell out of the clips, like if you use a pair of pliers or a flathead. So I'll go ahead and get them all out. There's quite a few. To remove these rubber covers right here properly, they tuck in underneath this plastic front. You're going to take a T25, I believe it's going to be, and there's going to be two torques down here in the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see. They're just threaded right into the metal, or the aluminum I should say. Loosen that bottom of that skid plate up so you can tuck that rubber back in nice. When you put this back together, it's not all put together incorrectly, or half-assed I should say. I do want to mention too, I'm just going to show you guys one side, so you're just going to repeat the same on the other side, but your thread's going to be different. Might not be reverse thread, I really don't know. So I'm going to take my 14 mil, I'm going to turn this steering shaft, or this, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to get this out of here, just like this, and we're going to pull it out. And we're going to get ready to figure out, there's really no instructions I've seen on how these new ones, how they want you to put them in. So this is going to be called trial by error, and I'm going to show you the right way when it's done. Alright, what I'm going to do here is spray a little oil, just a little bit of general purpose lubricant down in this rubber boot. Make it a little bit easier. It looks like to me, for the left side of this sled, which would be the chain case side, it looks like this rod, you can see the rod's bent. It's going to go in like this. I don't know until we put this together because they didn't include any instructions. And I didn't spend hours and hours reading on their thing. I just watched a quick video on the tie rod ends. So I'll let you know if this is the correct way when I get it on. Now what I did is, I don't think you guys are going to be able to see, but I slipped. I'm trying to see if there's a better way in there for you. You see in there, I slipped my wrench and was able to tighten up the jam nut nice and tight against the tie rod here, or whatever you want to call it. So now it'll sit like this, and you can see the curved part sitting like that. I'm pretty sure that's what they're after. I might have to pop the hood off and make sure I got that super tight, because you definitely don't want that coming loose. Your steering shaft or your tie rod and your ball joint. That's what you'd call it. Alright, now you're going to put your wishbone on. These do have, each side has its own wishbone, so you got to make sure you got the right side. So let me see. I know that the spindle's powder coated and stuff, so that can vary. So let me get this in. It looks like I might be able to get it to run down in the hole there, so let's see if I can do it that way. Let me find, I think it's a 13 or 14 mil. It's a 14. Let's see if it'll tap itself down in there. Which if it does, that's cool. I mean, I know the machining is a little tight, and it is, so that's good. It'll be nice and tight on there, so I guess in lieu of everything, that's good. So that'll be this side. Now we got to get the ball joint and stuff on. Let me get this ran through and tightened up. I want you guys to be able to see how the wishbone, that's going to be on your chain case side. That's the side I'm showing you guys. Now I did measure my skis from this part of the ski right here and this part of the ski back here. I measured 39, so there's 0 toe in or out. So when we reset the tie rod, I want to make sure that we're getting the same on each side for the, or same on the front and the back, to be 0 toe in, 0 toe out. All right, let's get the ball joint on. Not really too thrilled with this kit, guys. We'll see how it does on the trail. Can always take it back off. I think what I am gonna do, well, I really don't want to put any Loctite on the ball joint, because I'm going to have to be able to adjust it, so kind of throws that idea out the window. I am going to use the middle hole on the power steering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this in here. I'm going to have to get it adjusted right. I'll have to see where it needs to be set, how many thread turns out, and then we'll come back and put the nuts on it. Oh, he does have a thing on this, forgot. Right here there's going to be a spacer for this, and then your nut. So what I'll do is I'll go do the other side, and then I can make sure my ski toe in and toe out is correct, or should be 0 like I said. And then I will say, when I installed this, putting some penetrating oil, or not penetrating oil, but just some WD-40 in here really helped this rubber boot slide to be able to work with it. So I got that tight. So anyway, let me get the other side done, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're all done here. Okay, just wanted to show you what the kit looks like when it's on. We'll see how it performs. You can see the angled part there. I got the other side on too. I just got to put the rubber boots back on. There you go, you see the angled side. I'm going to run the middle hole, we'll see. We'll have to mess with it. It's like anything else I get for this sled. I did want to give a shout out, man, if you're not using this belly pan cleaner, you see when I pulled this rubber back how dirty it is in there? I'll just spray a little bit of that, and I'll just wipe it right off with a rag, and it'll be super clean. This stuff is awesome, especially for clutch dust and belt dust and brake dust and your exhaust. The soot from the exhaust, it gets that stuff right off. So I just want to say thanks for watching. There was a quick install on the Barna Parts MPS system. We'll see how it performs. So hit the subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next one.